Let me just introduce myself, right? My name is Julia, and I am creating adult content without limitations, right? I have a photography studio here in London. And let me just start from the email. Okay, I just recently was on the email with one person, one guy, and this problem is constantly appears, okay? When it comes to photography, people often think that they need to get ready for the photo shoot, that they need to put themselves in a shape, that they need to go to the gym, that they need to lose a lot of weight. Okay, and I was just talking with one guy, and he said, well, I would like to shoot before the Christmas, but Christmas is the celebration and drinking, events, right? And then it will be Christmas, people will be eating a lot, right? So maybe in January, on the third week, when I will be managed to get out of this live holiday life, and I will lose some weight. Okay, and he already sent me his pictures. Okay, I don't know what weight he will lose and what he is planning, but clearly in his head is planning a lot of drinking and a lot of eating. And you see, erotic photo shoot is not about your body, right? It is not about your body in my studio. Okay, it's about the sexuality and sexual energy. Okay, and if you are grown up and understand that your body fluctuates, okay, as well as the weight, we can't just stay in that perfect shape. First of all, we are aging. The second of all, like you see, life happens. You're putting on weight. You're losing on weight. You're just changing all the time. Okay, unless you are an athlete. Okay, and then you are on a very strict diet, and you look after yourself, and you. To be fair, it's not even look after yourself. You torture yourself. You limit yourself, okay, to get certain results. You actually put yourself under the big pressure all the time, okay? So I am after the harmony, and I am after the sensations and experiences, okay, which lead you into certain looks, right? When people are depressed or people are experiencing something negative in their life, they stressed, right? So there is two outcomes, or some lose extremely weight or some put on weight, right? But that's not about the moment that they are in their life, right? My photo shoot is about sexual energy, okay? No matter in what body you are, in what shape you are, okay? Perfect, not perfect. People are not able to create the sexual energy, okay? They're not able to express themselves in the way that, pictures are sexy, pictures are hot, okay? And they are happy with, you see, when you are with the loved one, right? They love your imperfections, okay? Everyone thinks that this is all about you being perfect, but actually it's an opposite, right? And so loving yourself is also about loving your imperfections, okay? And I know that there are a lot of business industries who will say otherwise, that you should be perfect, and then they praise you because you are that perfect to fit into those limits, into those measurements, or into those kind of styles and outfits which are now on the trend. Doesn't matter. Okay, seriously, your body, okay, and your life is the energy that you create, okay? And if everything is the energy, creative process is that energy that you can use, okay, towards yourself, to understand yourself, to balance yourself, to analyze yourself and get the information about yourself, okay? And no matter in which situation you are in what kind of the life phase or condition you are at the moment, present moment you are, it's all about creating an amazing future. And every person would like to be happy, no matter how they look, no matter how much they weigh, okay? All they are looking is to have a hot and sexy life, okay? You know what I mean, right? To have a great partner that you can share, okay, these amazing life experiences and days, moments in that day, okay? And you want that person to fancy you. And to be fair, the weight or the looks doesn't really apply to this, okay? even if you will have an amazing partner who is looking greatly and, I don't know, perfect for someone or for everyone or even for you, you would not experience the same sensations, chemistry, and so on without that creative chemical energy that people are translating in their bodies. So erotic photoshoot is about making those sensations real and putting them on camera. And there are different people in different backgrounds, okay, blocked in a different way. Okay, some don't know at all. Okay, what is the sexual energy? Some cannot control. Okay, some cannot create or fail to create, but everyone can. Okay, everyone can. We have it in us. Okay, some blocking because there is no circumstances, there is a stranger in front of you, and very often sexual energy is the is the information that especially I can talk about myself. It was banned, it was limited, it was not allowed, it was shameful, and everything what relates to it was negative. Okay, so people when calling and want to book a photo shoot very often even don't say this, that I would want to create nudity or to be naked or have making love scenes or have erection shots or have something. They shy, they're afraid, they feel awkward to talk about, and they are adults. Okay, they are adults. There are a lot of adults who will write me an email saying that I am now comfortable in my own skin. Okay, and this decision they came up usually when they are over 50. Okay, when they're mature enough and they basically do not care. Okay, or come to that point and they care less. Okay, so nudity is a very tricky, you see, subject and topic to work with. Okay, but my introduction to nudity started in 1997 when I was admitted to a medical university. Okay, and so I stayed for 7 years. And in medicine, you see, when you study, you get introduced to nudity right away. Okay, everything what you learn is naked bodies, naked body parts, organs, right? And the first few years we were working with dead bodies, right? And um, we were analyzing their dead bodies, so kind of that barrier which probably other people have when they're exposed to nudity. I lost the first barrier, the first virginity I lost there. Okay, because you would start working and you would see it and approach it and accept it in a different way. Okay, the nudity and the body. And then when I start my therapeutic work, it was always working. Also, people were undressing. Okay, and they were naked. Here in London is different. You would go to GP and no one is undressing you. Okay, or if you're pregnant and you go to see your gynecologist, how you call them, they're also not checking you. Okay, they're looking you into you. Okay, when you're about to give birth, literally. Okay, when you have contractions and when you're about to give birth. And I was so surprised because I even had maternity shoots and I could see that the woman is have a severe infection. Okay, severe infection, and they don't know about it, and they're about to give birth. Okay, and every country, has a different rules. But I'd like to go into art, okay, and discuss this because I studied. You see, I studied photography in here in 3 years. What we were doing is we were visiting art galleries and we were seeing different kind of art projects. Okay, and every project, an art gallery I've seen, there was a nudity in there. Okay, in any museum you would go, you would observe the sculptures with the naked people bodies, right? You would observe the paintings, right? I remember I was sitting in one hall and it was quite busy with paintings, and I couldn't see anyone dressed there. Everyone was undressed. Okay, so everyone in the painting, right, was semi-nude or nude, right? And I was just sitting and thinking of myself that we live now in the moment when nudity is still a very taboo topic. Okay, people are scared, people are ashamed, people are awkward to talk about it, and you know how to say, even do not understand why you should do an erotic photo shoot in the first place, right? Or you know how they think they're so scared that someone will find out. Okay, someone will find out. But when I looked at those paintings, right, in the past, great artists created a lot of paintings with, like I say, different kind of body presentations, right? It was the art. We express our energy through our body, and of course, artists would capture probably gladly, right? Everything what happens with your body, in your body, and work with the human. I'm not saying that, you know, artists do not work with objects like, you know, shooting or taking a picture of beautiful landscape or whatever. I'm not saying that, but most of the time you would see and you would be impressed with people in a painting, right? What they're doing, how they're expressing their body, right? And that is kind of got me thinking, right? Why now people are so obsessed and think that they're very important, that they're very important. At that time, to create art and work with the artist was a privilege, okay? Was a privilege. And in the same time, all the world knows and sees, right? And no one cares who is that naked woman or man in the picture. No one really cares. And if there is a name, right? No one cares anyway. Okay, so if there is no identity label in there in general, even if there is a written name on this, there is no identity label to the art. Okay, but you see, our life changed when adult content creeped in. Okay, and everything became adult content, and adult content has a different directories, right? And I am not against it in any means, okay, because it harms people the same like it helps. Okay, it helps a lot of people and provides an information that they did not know before, right? It harms people because you see, when we grow up so much limited and suppressed, it creates a lot of kinks and fetishes and just goes overboard of our imagination. Okay, and that's where the porn can, you know, can strive the best and find people who create such content, right? So yeah, so different work is going on. Okay, but like I say, you will go into a museum and none of the museums are closed or shut, but there is a lot of nudity in there, right? And people go and watch that and enjoy artwork where there is a lot of nudes. Okay, and artists really loved, okay, work and create art such of the kind. Okay, and the reason why they were working and enjoying, because they were conquering their own demons. Okay, every artist who is famous or in any way created art is creating art from their own perceptives or perspective. Okay, and they healing their own traumas. Okay, and I am not an exception. Okay, I'm not an exception. So if you see the artwork, any kind of the artwork that people are putting out there, it represents them and it represents their wounds. Okay, it represents their pain. Okay, and more deeper connected it with the art piece, right? the more public love it and get associated with and appreciate this, right? So when we speak about art and we speak about human today wearing their bodies, okay, wearing those suits, okay, I like the word suit applied to the body because that's exactly what it is, okay? If we are energy creators, right? We are soulful and electrical beings, right? And we're wearing this suit, which we're going to leave, right? When the time comes. Why would we make that so much attention to it, right? Attention to it and care about it so much. I am not saying you're not being healthy or not being, true to yourself, but I am saying that we are limiting our lives, okay, because we have limitations in our heads most of the time from the childhood, okay. And what happens with those limitations is that it limits our actions and our life, okay. And in adulthood, you see, majority of the time we think about our relationship and our sexual life, okay, and that's those limitations creeping in our lives, okay. That is why we need these adult channels. That is why couples, or so many couples, are splitting up, and that is why we have so many single people, okay. That is why the numbers are like that, okay, because we have this broken image in our heads, okay. And adults have this image specifically expressed through the sexual markers, okay. So when I see the photo shoot, for example, request, I could kind of already predict what the situation the person had, why he wants to shoot these things, why he is interested in such fantasies, okay. And when people are writing me that they're not ready for they really want a photo shoot, but they're not ready for a photo shoot because they need to fix themselves, okay, lose weight. They think that 10 years overeating, in their lives, 3 weeks of kind of a diet will change their looks. No, it won't. No, seriously. Seriously, this is also delusional. Okay, and I understand that that person has a broken image in their head and they live with it. Okay, they live with it for their lives. Okay, and what that means is feeling unhappy, feeling unworthy, feeling unsatisfied, feeling lesser than you are. Of course, all this goes into low self-esteem, okay, and lack of confidence, okay, and these things then suppress you and affect your life, okay. That's why being nude or creating nude photo shoot is so revelational, okay. It's so how they say they feel free, and especially when you create a nude photo shoot which charged with your energy, with charged with your sexual markers, okay, not staged, no faked, not act out, not pretend, but you working with your body and creating sexual energy, okay, you getting aroused during the photo shoot, right, you getting stimulated, right. This is all what is matters to create sexual energy, not how you look, not how much you weigh, not what is your height, okay, or how many hair you have, it's about your sexual energy, how sexy you are, okay. And that unfortunately is not defined by anything but the feelings, okay, and the ability to create the energy, and then you will have a result, okay. You will have a sexy image or not sexy image, okay. Usually in the studios, when you start shooting and you start creating, you think that you've seen somewhere amazing shots, and your photographer can make you a technically correct, okay, perfect lighted image. And that's what I see in majority of the photo shoots, right? To create a sexual energy takes time. Okay. But I don't need much time to create nude photography. Okay. I have this situation when people coming really for the experience and to feel that sexual energy, to challenge themselves, right? But at the same time, they say, oh, we would like to get few pictures, okay? Few naked pictures, like one semi-nude picture, one nude picture, and then one erection and one cum shot. Okay, few pictures. Few pictures takes 5 minutes. Okay, can set it up everything, right? It's not a rocket science to take few pictures. Okay, but when you say them, can you do it in 5 minutes? They get a shock straight away. Like, what? No, I need 1 hour. I need 1 hour. And that is exactly true. Okay. To create sexual energy, put yourself into that position, get used to photography, that you will be comfortable to feel that you're horny, that you are aroused, and you're creating those sexually charged artwork. It takes time. Okay. And so I've noticed this, and I know this, right? That when you shoot and constantly encourage people, right? You're shooting with someone and constantly leading the shoot, right? It gets better sexually, okay? And like I say, when you stay and do it for some time longer, the pictures get better, okay? Because people feel more comfortable, more relaxed, okay? To create sexual energy, you need to be in a good place, right? So when you're stressed and scared at the start, right, the erection shots is not going to be great. You can have an erection shot, but then you will compare with those when you are absolutely comfortable, relaxed, and they're not going to be that great. And I know that it's true. Okay, so you do need time. And when I shoot, most of the time, people choose images at the end. Okay, well, when they know that they were ready. Okay, when they know that they went into that phase, when they absolutely enjoyed, okay, the experience, when they lost that weight of carrying, of being insecure, being unsure, being unhappy, being, how to say, doubting, or maybe I'm not doing something right, or I'm looking maybe fat, or all these kind of noises, voices, whatever it happens in your head. It happens during the photo shoot when you're undressing and creating nudes. Okay, so when you go through this and when you prove yourself, okay, that you can do it and you can achieve amazing results, okay, with your photographer, right, that you can smash it. And I never had a successful shoot, okay, never, because I dedicate time and I know how to lead people, right? And my greatest superpower is to connect, right? To connect with people, not in the way that in a friendly way, right? But when you undress, when you're naked, right? People feel the most powerless and insecure, okay? And that is the moment when you see when they are not happy, they're not gonna perform well, okay? If you are not feeling comfortable, right, you're not gonna give your best, no matter how lighting is great, no matter how background is perfect and beautiful, okay, that person has to be on point, with his energy, with his sensations, and with his, information in his head, right? So usually I occupy mind to the point that information is not disturbing, okay? That there are not impulses, not, there is no noise, okay? I can see through the shoot, okay? Because what's happening in your head is reflected on your body. When people are stiff, when people are closed, when people are nervous, when people are closing down, everything is reflected in your body language, okay? And as well in the facial reflections, okay? Everything shows, right? So you need to give something to do to your brain, okay? You just can't leave it meditated, right? So that's why I'm giving some tasks during the shoot. I am explaining the steps and scenarios that they need to do. First, they need to do this, this, and this, so that they stop thinking and worry. Okay. Then we give toys or props. Okay. Because when you're doing something with your head, your also mind concentrates on a different thing, especially when you're doing it first time, right? So that's what's happening, right? So I know a lot of ways how to distract and how to prepare a person for the shoot, that we will have a successful session, okay? And yes, you can shoot nudity and you can shoot sex scene without the sexual energy. That's what happened in other studios and other industries, especially in adult industry, okay? You can see a lot of movies filmed without just physical connection, right? Just how to say, just the meat on the table, okay? And people carving the meat, right? And different, how to say, different photographers create different kind of photo shoots. Most of them are not able and do not understand what that means when there is a sexual energy present in a couple, when it starts, okay? They can't even sense or feel it, right? So I am aware of those things, and I think this is the most important energy that we can create right now, so that my couples can use it later when they come back to their artwork. It's going to be there, right? So that's why the artwork has that power, that healing power. And also, it's not even only the healing power. You see, when we look at the serious artwork, it doesn't fade, okay? It has the same impact, it has the same energy, it goes through the generations, because people who were creating then, they would understand this, how to transition energy from the artist into the artwork, okay? And how, if you're working with human, and how to extract that energy from the person you're working with, okay? So that it accumulates and make the artwork even stronger, okay? Why I'm saying stronger, you see, these people who would shoot, for example, there are many options, okay? Anyone can take pictures now, anyone can take videos, okay? You can do it by yourself, right? You don't need anyone to direct you, to point you, to lead you, to explain you, okay? To create those scenarios, to to push you, okay? You can do it, right? Yeah. But everything what I just mentioned requires knowledge and skills and experience, okay, in these topics. And then you need to edit this content as well, right? So that's why people approach professional studios and photographers, right? And they invest in that artwork, okay, which has that energy that they created that day, okay? And that's why it's special and unique, because no one else is doing it like you, okay? And if you work with the artist who creates specific topics, okay, specific fantasies, right? Every couple has a different thing, okay? There are no couples which are the same, unless you create a photography session which you apply then to every couple, okay? This is a very standard procedure. When you go to photographer, and photographer will shoot the same thing with everyone, okay? with everyone. I call it fast food art. Okay, it's not really food, but it feeds a lot of souls because of the of the experience they want to get, right? And that is fast and simple. Okay, and why it is simple? Because that studio already knows, okay, everything what they do. They just change this with people, filled with people, and you are in that conveyor. Okay, when you work with the artist would not know what to do with you till he will meet you. Okay, and that's true. When you will have a consultation, your artist will make his mind what he is shooting, how he is shooting, what would be the best options. These visions just appear then, okay, when you personally meet your artist, okay, then it will happen, right? And then you start shooting, testing, and working on the ideas you've discussed, okay, and planned, okay. So you see, the special events do not happen by accident, okay. This special artwork, you need to plan with your artist, with your photographer or videographer, right? And you need to arrange these sessions to have them, right? If you would be able to do it yourself, right, you would not look for someone. You would not need anyone if you would be able to create great movies, great erotic photography. You would not need any help, right? But that is not the case, because this is also a knowledge, okay? And I am getting better and better every year with my skills and with my knowledge, okay? That's why I'm confident in what I do, okay? So that's what I wanted to say. If you would like to see more, you would need to go on my website, Julia Winter Studio, okay? There will be some galleries in there created to review, to view how other people are doing. Okay, and I'm inviting you. I am inviting you for some beautiful and hot and sexy artwork to review. Yeah, I think you can leave even some comments, okay, under my blog. So thank you so much for watching. Okay, love you, kiss you, mean it. Bye.